Hey guys, my name is Michelle. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning viewer. So for today's video, we're going to be coming up with this pretty strawberry lemonade look, is what I like to call it. It's kind of what it looks like, right? So for this look, I used the Honey palette by Colourpop, as well as their Strawberry Shake palette, which both of those are pretty new releases from Colourpop. So if you're interested to see how I came up with this look, keep on watching. And just so you know, as a little disclaimer, at the very beginning when I started my makeup, I already had the entire base laid down, so we're only going to be worried about the eyes in this video. However, at the end of the video, I did switch the lip up just because I wasn't feeling the color lip that I had on before I started doing this look, so I did switch it up to match this. This is their Strawberry Shake palette. Looks like this on the outside. Has a nice size mirror, very beautiful pink color story. Looks a little dark. There we go. I really like it. I think it's got some really beautiful colors in here. And then the Honey palette is their yellow palette. How many times can I say palette in one video? And that looks like this. It's just a really beautiful palette. It's not one that I've used yet, but I'm excited to. Okay, so I did set my eyelids with some Colourpop concealer, and I used the Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Butter to kind of go over top of it, just to give it a, just to set it a little bit. I'm going to take the shade Stinger as my transition shade. It's got a lot of kickback, like a lot, but normally that really doesn't bother me so much as long as the eyeshadow applies okay. So we're going to buff that into my hooded crease right here. If you have a hooded eye shape similar to me, I would recommend trying to blend eyeshadow in your crease while you're looking down into a mirror. Because if you're looking straight ahead into a mirror, you can see how this part of my eye lays right on top of my eyelid. So if I'm trying to do that, I'm going to be blending up a little high. And I want the shadow from my lid to kind of transition into the space above my lid. So in doing this, it doesn't change my eye shape at all. Because if I'm going like this and I'm blending in there, then as soon as I relax my muscles, the portion I just blended is falling down into my lid space. So just some food for thought. If you're somebody that does have hooded eyes, keep that in mind when you're doing your eyeshadow. I mean, I do raise my eyes a little bit just because they are so hooded and sometimes I have to, but just keep in mind, as soon as you relax those forehead muscles, that place where you were just blending is now going to be a little too low. So I'm going to look down into this mirror and kind of blend right here, because that's going to be the transition area. And then once I've got it started, I know where I want it to really be. And then I can kind of look up a little bit. It's tricky having hooded eyes. I'm going to go in with the shade that's called My Milkshake. It's a pressed pigment. That's what worries me a little bit. But let's do that. Let's go in with My Milkshake. And I'm going to concentrate that just a little bit lower. I'm a little nervous about how this is going to blend. Maybe I need a smaller brush. Alright, let's try, this is the Jaclyn Hill JH33 brush. Oh, okay, there it is. It's not really blending though, it's just kind of laying on top of it. Pigments are really hard to blend. Let's go back into that yellow first, and I'm going to try to mesh those two together a little bit better. I'm going to dip into Daiquiri. It's the shade right there. It almost looks red. Is that red? It looks red. And that's a deep pink. Buddy. My eyelids are going to be stained pink, I have a feeling. After I blended that shade Daiquiri, which was this really dark, like pinky red here, I'm blending Paper Straw, which is this really like muted pink. I'm taking that to kind of mesh the yellow in with that brighter pink shade, just because it wasn't looking very blended. It was looking kind of weird. And I feel like this is helping it mesh together a little bit better. I'm going to put a yellow shade right here. We're going to have the real strawberry lemonade vibes going. I think I'm going to take the shade Sunburst, which is up top. It's this yellow, but it almost looks like it has little blue glitters in it. I am going to cut the crease just for some added oomph. I am not an expert when it comes to cutting the crease. So if it turns out jacked up, sorry, but we're going to try. That's how you get better, right? So I'm just going to take some of this Tarte Shape Tape on the end of a concealer brush. This is the Morphe M124. This is fantastic for cutting your crease. What makes it so hard for me is the hooded eyes. Now what I'm going to do to kind of like fade that out a little bit is I'm just going to take my finger, a clean finger, and I'm just going to tap the edges out a little bit. So next I'm going to take the shade Sunburst. Let's pick it up on a clean concealer brush. Actually, let's do our finger. And to get closer, we'll use a brush. Oh, that's pretty. That is super pretty, actually. Okay, so now on the very end there, where there's like very little bit of concealer left, I'm going to take the shade Very Fine, and we are going to marry the outer and the inner corners there. See how it looks. Let's try a finger because it's not really. Oh. I get way too excited over eyeshadow. I know. And then now I'm going to go back over with that darker pink shade and just kind of deepen that up a little bit. Kind of like it. All right, we're gonna move over to the other eye. So I'm gonna do the other eye off camera just because it takes forever and it takes a lot of concentration. And when I'm done with it, I'll be right back. Then we'll do the under eye and maybe we'll throw a pair of lashes on too. In case you were wondering, I did use the Makeup Revolution foundation stick for my makeup today. used it on a whim, and I actually don't hate the way it looks, which is weird because the first few times I wore it, I did not like it. My face looks pretty greasy right now because it is more of like a moisturizing foundation. It's not exactly matte, but I don't hate it, so that's good. I'm going to take the dark pink shade first underneath my eye. I'm going to smoke it out a little bit, and then I'm going to add a little bit of yellow underneath of that just to kind of bring the whole look together. So I'm going to take a flat, this is actually an angled brush. You can use this for wing liner. You can use this for what I'm about to use it for. This is the E65, this small angle brush from Sigma. And I'm going to use this to pack that really dark red, or whatever, dark pink, right on the lower waterline up near my lashes. So what I do is I just like jab it in there a little bit, get it nice and saturated, and then I'm going to take it and whoa, yeah buddy, we're going to very carefully place it right up along that lower lash line. Oh yeah. If you're not someone that's tried Colourpop eyeshadows yet, and you're looking for good, affordable eyeshadow, I highly, highly recommend Colourpop. The palettes that I used in this video are $12 a piece. Literally about the same amount of money as you would spend on a palette at the drugstore. But these are so much better. Like, leaps and bounds better. So if you're looking to up your makeup game a little bit, and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, check out Colourpop. They are at Ulta, or you can go to their website and get a lot more product. And no, I obviously am not affiliated and I don't make money saying that. I just truly and genuinely love Colourpop. Okay, now that we've got that underneath of there, I'm going to take, I'm trying to debate on whether I want to do 2 or 3 shades under there. I think I might do, because that looks kind of red, I might do the shade Paper Straw, which is this pink shade right here. Let's do that first, and then maybe do yellow. We'll just see what happens here. We're just going to go with it. And I am just like running that right over top of that darker pink. I just want to smudge it out a little bit. A pink smoky eye. Not to be confused with a pink eye, right? So that's what that looks like, smoked out. You know what, I do want to take a little bit of that yellow, but I'm going to do it like ever so slightly underneath of that, like barely. I think I'm just going to do it on the outer portion here. This is the Sigma blending brush. This is their E36. All right, let me find a pair of lashes to throw on. I will put those on and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is the look that I ended up with after getting the eyelashes on. The ones that I'm using today are the Ardell Faux Mink lashes. They're wispies. I just really like this lash. It's the only one that I can use without too much trouble. Normally when I'm putting on lashes, it's a disaster, and I usually end up just canning the entire look, and I really didn't want that to happen with this one because I really like the way the eyeshadow turned out. So that's what we got going on there. For the lips, we have the Makeup Forever Artist Nude Creme. This one is in 02 Flesh. Love this lip. So that wraps up this little tutorial for the Colourpop eyeshadow palettes. What eyeshadow palettes do you guys have from Colourpop, if any? If you do, I want to know down below which ones are your favorites. I don't know that I would be able to pick out a favorite. I really like the 9 pans, like the ones I was using for this look. I just find that it's easier to come up with a look using those because it's a little more selective. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I created this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any suggestions for me for future videos, I would love to hear what those are. If you like this kind of video from me, make sure you let me know by giving the video a big thumbs up. Not only does that let me know that you like it, but it also lets YouTube know that you like it, so it'll throw that content out there a little bit more for other people to have the opportunity to watch. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you like my content, I hope you consider subscribing while you're here. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, that way you're notified when I do upload. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.